All right, everybody, thanks for attending today's press conference. Game against Arizona State on Saturday. Coach, if you would just start off with your thoughts on the game.
Well, first of all, it's another big game. You know, it is, you know, for us, at least we should be used to the hype and the surroundings of, you know, what people will talk about as a big game. It's extremely big because it's a Pac-10 opener, and because, you know, we need to get a win. We need to play better. All the above, I guess, is the best way to sum this up. And it's going to be hard. This Arizona State team is a well-balanced team. I mean, they have one of the best defenses around. They are active and quick, and they're well-schooled in what they do. They've been very difficult to move the ball against. I thought they did a great job on Oregon. They did a great job on a very good offensive team at Wisconsin. And then offensively, they've got you know, a quarterback that is making plays, been very effective throwing the ball. They have a new system this year that they're running very well for this early in the year. Lots of production. They have a couple of good running backs that have been very productive. And then special teams, they've made an impact. They've had big returns. It's like I said, it's a well-rounded, good football team that is, I hate to say it, but pretty typical in our conference right now. I mean, it is. There's a lot of teams that are looking good. This is the one that obviously we know more about because it's looming right ahead of us. So it's very impressive. We're going to have to improve in a lot of areas and play better football in order to win.
Mike, what can you tell us about James' status?
James appears to be fine, you know, but he will go through the protocol set by the NCAA for concussions, which will probably allow him to practice within the next 2 days, but not today for sure, and maybe not tomorrow. They'll put him through this whole deal, and he will be out there learning. I have, you know, if everything goes okay, which I think it will, I have no doubt that he'll be playing in the game and be ready to go. He'll have a good workout Thursday and Friday. It might all be good for his legs, you know. He's a veteran player that knows what we're doing, and we'll be fine.
Is Dwight the only one out then, and what's his status?
Dwight is out.
Yeah, how long?
Well, we hope he's practicing at this time next week, but my guess is he'll be at best limited at that time.
Mike, did Chris Peterson call to talk to you at all about the hit that took James out, and when did you find out that they were reviewing that hit?
I found out yesterday. Steve Fink told me about it, and all I have to say about that is really that is their business now. From the film, I don't have the TV version, and I'm not going to go look it up, so I don't really. I probably haven't seen it as well as you. It's just clear that there's a lot of hitting going on the boundary over there on the far side of the film that we get. So as far as what I think about it, I don't have enough knowledge to really say what it was, but I think it's good and very, I think, common right now that they will review this kind of thing, you know, because as you know, there is a great regard for player safety and a special emphasis on the hitting of a defenseless player. I am not indicating that that was any of that. I'm just saying that that is why they're doing it, I'm sure, looking at it.
And then is Taylor Henry going to be back at practice today?
I think so. He ran Sunday, and he had the day off yesterday, so I think he'll be practicing today.
Dennis probably wants you to exercise as much caution as you can, right, with this James Rodgers injury?
I would imagine that's true.
Is the team in a situation where you're trying to stop the bleeding, or is that overstating the case? You factor in the two opponents you played that were highly ranked. I mean, can you talk about just your thoughts on gathering yourself and where you go from here?
I think the competition was good for our team. It sure exposed some things that we need to work on. You know, I think that the competition itself prepared us for the kind of competition we're going to see for the rest of the year in our league. So I think that's part of it. But there's areas obviously that we didn't perform very well in, so it exposed those things, and we've definitely got to get better. There's numerous things I'm sure that you realize that we've got to do better. Run the football, third down conversions, third down defense. Those are 3. Red zone offense, those are 4. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we've got to do better. Percentage of passing.
A lot of criticism being thrown at the DBs, especially the corners. That ties in with the pass rush. It hasn't been an OSU team the last couple of years in terms of rushing the passer. It seems like no matter how good your cornerback is, if he has to defend for 4, 5, 6 seconds, he's going to eventually look silly out there against a good quarterback.
Yeah, and I think that it does all have to work together very well. And I think that initially coverage has to help the linemen get there, and then the linemen have to help the DB when a certain amount of time passes, and depending on what kind of pass it is. So, it does have to work together, and we're not in sync. We're giving quarterbacks quick, good throws, quick decisions, and they're completing them. So that a lot of times there's no time for a free rusher to get there, let alone a guy that has to beat a guy to get there.